This is Dr. Ligardo R. Palaca Jr. and for today's episode, we'll be talking about the importance of research. There are at least 6 importance of research, but it is not actually limited to 6, but I will just be discussing only the 6 most important reasons why man or a student need to conduct research. First is, research is a tool for building knowledge. Life is a never-ending quest for knowledge. And when we are still existing here on earth, we never stops from learning. It is only when we are dead that we stop asking questions. We stop looking into why things happen or why certain situations happen. So there are 3 possible ways of learning new things or relearning things. First is inventions. Inventions is something that is very useful to our daily life. Like for instance, in the world of medicine. Right now, we are experiencing the COVID-19. It is something new to the world, and man has no option but to invent certain medicines or antiviral or antibacterial to counteract the effect of this virus. And another important aspect, another good example for inventions is the industry of agriculture. So every year, experts in the agricultural field invented something new in agriculture. It can be a new species or a new way to counteract the impact of a certain diseases that rampage a particular industry in agriculture, like in corn, like in rice, or whatever. So inventions is a product of research. One product that is invented involves many hours, months, and even years of research. Okay? So let us try to appreciate something that is invented by our experts, because they're actually a product of a long time of doing research. Next is innovation. Next to inventions is innovation. The question now is, what is the difference between invention and innovation? Do you know the answer? I know you have an idea, but I would like to give my piece with regards to this word innovation. So innovation is simply an improvement of an existing product or services. Like for instance, in the Philippines, we are known for our rice technology. We have the IRRI, the International Rice Research Institute. And because of this institute, because of the IRRI, we're able to produce new hybrid of rice. That is a good example of the product of research. So innovations is something that provides us with a better opportunity to live a more relaxing, a more comfortable life. So there are many aspects in life that involves innovation, but I would just like to highlight rice technology or agriculture. The next is discovery. You know, when you say discovery, it involves the discovery of new species of, it can be animals, it can be plants, it can be minerals or whatever. Okay, so again, so the first is research provides a tool for building knowledge. The second importance of research is a means to understand various issues. Research gives factual information gathered using established methodologies supported by statistics. So methodology of research is a very big topic, and that would be a good topic for our next episodes. But right now, I would just like to say that because of research, we're given factual information, especially nowadays that the world is suffering from COVID-19 and there are lots of fake news. So through research, through a guided process of inquiry, you are guided with regards to what information is actually factual that can help you cope up with the challenges and demands of new world. So research makes you understand why certain things existed, or why is it that certain situations happen that way. So in research, we're able to raise certain questions which we haven't realized even need asking. But because of research, we're given the opportunity to ask questions. A good example of these questions is, why is it that people have different eye colors? You can actually answer that questions by doing research in the library, by reading many sources. Another simple question that can be answered by research is, why is it that the ocean is blue? Or other parts of the world, the ocean looks like it's green. So through research, you can answer those questions, those specific inquiries. Let's go to the third importance of research. Research is a way to prove lies and support truths. Wow, every day we are reading in our social media accounts, in our laptops, in our computers, in our cell phones, and read from newspapers and magazines certain informations, but we cannot rely on those informations. Many are actually fake news. Many are actually being spread to give confusions to people. So through research, scientists and experts can actually conduct research to test reliability and validity with regards to certain informations or with regards to certain factual informations. So in research, it is important that the validity and reliability of a particular information or a particular knowledge is being verified. So we call it replicability. So replicability tells us that a research is valid as much as it is reliable if another scientist or group of experts can actually do or follow the steps being provided by an expert who provide a supposedly new information and the result of the investigation is still the same. So because of research, the world is given an opportunity to look into something that is factual or something that is truthful. In the same time, invalidate claims are not actually true. So example, I would like to highlight certain topics with regards to how research proves lies and support truths. A good example is food innovation or food technology. So what is the end thing right now is localizing food sources, promoting local food products that would entice the development of a taste buds that say appreciates local food sources or local foods. So some would claim that a particular plant can actually enhance the flavor of a cake or of a salad. And if you are a good researcher, you can actually replicate the same recipe and follow the steps being provided. And if the result is the same with what is being claimed by the first researcher, so you can actually say that such claim is factual. And that is a good example of replicability. Because the danger here is if you would not, replicate the same recipe and you would just simply promote such product as a truthful or a factual, what if it would result to food poisoning? What if it would result to death? So research actually promotes life because it proves lies and support truths. Okay. Another good example is product innovation. Product innovation, yes. What is the end thing now in the market? Beauty products, whitening products. So there are products that claim to actually whiten our skin or promotes fairer complexion when used like twice or 3 times. And through research, you can actually replicate. You can actually prove if it's true or support such claim as truthful if you would do actual research. So the fourth importance of research is a means to find, gauge, or seize opportunities. So let us first clarify the quite difficult words like gauge and seize. So gauge is another term for measures and seize can be translated to grab. So we can say research is a means to find, to measure, and to grab opportunities. So through research, people are given opportunities to develop certain opportunities that can help them earn a living or improve their livelihood. Like for instance, I would like to highlight on the development of local tourism. So what is the end thing now? Prior to the COVID-19 is the development of rural areas for tourism purposes. So through research, you can actually conduct a research that would give a feasibility study with regards to the profitability of a place for, say, the development of a mountain resort, like an ideal mountainside or a slope. And you can actually conduct a feasibility study that would look into the possibility of developing this place for tourism purposes and providing people with opportunities to earn money by being the workforce in that resort or providing foods and other services to the people. In the same time looking into the means that would not destroy the environment and promotes the culture of the people. So those negative sides of tourism can actually be counter-attacked or can actually be solved by conducting a prior research with regards to the protection of the environment and the culture of people. Because I personally is an advocate of the development of rural areas for tourism purposes, but we should not set aside the promotion of the people's culture and the protection of our environment, because those are essential parts or say components of life. Another example is agricultural tourism. So nowadays, people are going back to the rural areas or to the mountainsides. People are actually looking into researching particular foods or particular plants that can be used for the promotion of a local product or a food that can essentially develop a better functioning community. So a good example is, for instance, here in Manga, Tacloban City, it is a fishing community. So through research, we're able to identify that one of the most abundant fishes throughout the year is mansi, or in other parts of Bohol in the local community, mangsi. So mansi is one of the cheapest kinds of fishes, but people are not appreciating it because it's very small and there are, it's not so appealing on the eyes of the people. But if you want to highlight mansi fish because of its abundance, you can actually research on the possibility of creating food products out of mansi, and it is possible through research. So I would like you to look into the possibilities of developing a certain product. Are you familiar with the one town, one product of DTI or the UTOP? Not just about mansi. So if your place is, your locality is, say, popular with ubi or yam or kamote, or popular with a certain fruit, you can actually create link with government agencies that would help you and your community develop a particular product. And the result there is you can earn money, you can give employment, so you can promote stability to the employment and to the economic status of people. So another good example is we're experiencing the impact of COVID-19. So if you are a good researcher, you will not just focus on the negative side of COVID-19. So you would try to answer this question: what is really the hidden opportunity for me to take advantage of this COVID-19 pandemic? So you can actually develop new hobbies, or you can actually start a small business that can help you earn money and cope up with the economic instability created by COVID-19, or you can actually develop certain mechanism that could help you overcome the psychological and the mental negativity of COVID-19, and you can actually share it, and all those things can be developed through research. So the fifth advantage or importance of research is that research develops your investigative, critical, and communication skills. Why investigative? Because you would engage yourself into the process of investigation, and you cannot just simply take step one and then do the last part. What is essential in research is you follow the steps of investigation from step 1 to step 2, step 3, up to the last part. That is the good thing about research. You will develop your investigative skills. Next is your critical skills. Why critical skills? Why research involves the development of critical skills? Simply because when you are doing research or an investigation, you go beyond what is being observed or experienced by your senses. We call it empirical knowledge, okay? What you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you taste, they are just primary sources of information, and you process it. But in research, you go beyond what is being observed. You go beyond what is being felt. You go beyond what is being tasted. So you look at the back of the coin. Like for instance, a simple question like, what is your favorite color? And your respondent would say, oh, my favorite color is blue. And that is okay. You are a real researcher. You have to ask, why blue? What is the story behind your attraction to blue? Can you share to me certain experiences that developed or in such a way resulted to your liking of blue? Or if say, yeah, you would ask this question, what's the color of your life? And your respondent would say black. The color of life is black. If you are a good researcher, you have to go beyond the answer. What is in black? Can you share certain experiences to me if it's okay for you? For me to be able to understand, or not just understand, but to know what is the meaning of black to your life. why you consider black as the color of your life. So, yes. And next is communication skills. Why communication skills? Because in research, you would involve interviewing people. You involve processing information. You have to go back and ask further questions, especially in qualitative research. You would just simply rely on the information that you gathered on the first time that you conducted your research. You have to go back and try to verify informations that you gathered. You have to, ask more clarifying questions with regards to the information you gathered. Because perhaps on the second time or the third time that you interviewed the person or your resource person or your expert, you would be able to gather the information that would answer the questions in your research. So research is an opportunity for us, for you, young researchers, to develop new skills in life. Not just for research, but for life. Because investigation, critical skills, and communication skills are essential skills in life. So I hope that you learned something for today's episode. And if you have certain inquiries or certain questions, why not write a comment in the comment section or send me a message. If you want to have an easier life with regards to research as a teacher or as a student of research, simple. Subscribe to my channel. Once again, this is Dr. Ligardo R. Palaca Jr. saying good day and take care.